Animals grazing and children playing, the peaceful sounds of this Kansas homestead stand in stark contrast to the owner's reality just a decade ago.
Floyd Bledsoe spent years in prison for a murder he did not commit, despite strong evidence pointing to someone else. DNA eventually cleared his name, and he's since used his freedom to create a place where families can make the memories he was denied.
Reporter Zach Summers shares his story of resilience in the face of injustice.
This girl right here started all this.
As Floyd Bledsoe pets his young daughter's pony, he's reminded of his own childhood, a time when life was simpler and his connection to nature ran deep.
When I was a kid, we lived on a 160-acre farm.
Land the 49-year-old worked on into his early adult years, a place where his bond with animals took root and gave him a sense of peace.
You get to see that newness of life, and that represents a lot of life.
But that love, the tranquility, it wouldn't last. That peace was shattered in 2000 when Floyd was convicted of killing his 14-year-old sister-in-law, a murder the then 23-year-old knew he never committed.
When they read the verdict, it was so devastating, so heartbreaking. It just broke me.
In November 1999, Camille Arfman was found shot to death under a pile of trash just north of Oskaloosa, Kansas. Floyd was sentenced to life in prison for the murder.
And you sit there and you hope that one day somebody will see the truth and will stand up for justice.
For 16 years, he waited, never losing hope, grounded in his innocence.
Ultimately, my faith and the people that truly believed in me carried me through.
On December 8, 2015, Floyd was exonerated. DNA evidence pointed to his brother Tom as the real killer, who ultimately confessed before taking his own life.
Floyd's case is one of those that you look at and you immediately wonder how this conviction came to be. That's the day he walked out.
Trisha Roja Bushnell is the former executive director of the Midwest Innocence Project. She was part of Floyd's legal team.
It had those sort of known flaws of a wrongful conviction that we look at when you get this almost tunnel vision and looking the other direction and ignoring the original powerful evidence.
According to the National Registry of Exonerations, 147 people were cleared of crimes in 2024 alone. The leading causes: official misconduct, false accusations, and ineffective counsel. All were present in Floyd's case.
And in the case of Floyd, it's really incredible to see someone have the opportunity and ability to become the person that they would always be.
Those are my miniature cows.
A man getting back to his roots.
This guy is a Holstein calf.
In June, Floyd celebrated 10 years of freedom with the official ribbon cutting of the Bledsoe Serenity Homestead, a 40-acre farm in Hutchinson, Kansas, where families can interact with animals, fish, and garden.
Kids can come out and, be a kid, touch farm animals, play in the dirt, without worries. Giving people an opportunity to make memories.
Memories he also shares with his 3 little children, one of whom inspired Floyd to open the farm to the public.
Watch my kids ride their ponies, there's nothing greater. And to know that it's a legacy that I get to pass on.
Legacy rooted in justice, family, and healing.
I've truly been blessed.
Bledsoe received nearly $20 million from the state of Kansas in Jefferson County for his wrongful conviction.
In addition to running the homestead, he owns 3 other businesses and advocates for criminal justice reform. According to the National Registry of Exonerations, on average, people who are wrongfully convicted lose more than 9 years to prison.